There is one block is called as 4th T block. First block, second block, third, fourth. It is called as 4th T block. Why it is T introduced in between? Because it is that area that is initially called as a Tayapanahalli. So Tayapanahalli, that is 4th Tayapanahalli block. There are 2 fourths. One is 4th block, then 4th T block, then 5th block. 4th T block initially was inside 4th block only, but the people of Tayapanahalli don't want to change their village name, and they requested Maharaja of Mysore. They requested very humbly, sir, we have to retain our villages. And Maharaja gracefully agreed. Then it is called as 4th Tayapanahalli block. Now we call it as 4th T block.
Beautiful.
And you have
Siddhapura right next to it. So
those are the areas. Siddhapura, Kanakana Palya. Those are the then villages or hamlet of that area, which is now merged in Jayanagar. There is one famous park in Jayanagar, is called Madhavan Park. So everyone knows about Madhavan Park when they roam there in Jayanagar. Madhavan is the chief engineer who planned this Jayanagar.
wow.
He was the chief engineer, R. Madhavan. Madhavan was the reason he was the in-charge assistant engineer who to build the first concrete road of Bangalore. Now it is called as, we people in general, locally we call it as Goodshed Road, or now it is called as TCM Ryan Road. From where? From it reaches to Majestic. From idu yav roadappa? From Sirsi Circle. When you enter Bangalore from south side, in Sirsi Circle, you take left, there is the road called as TCM Ryan Road or Goodshed Road. Next to the railway station, it reaches railway station, or it reaches the Majestic bus stand. That is called as TCM Ryan Road. That is the first ever concrete road of Bengaluru in 1948. Then he came back here and he planned. R. Madhavan was the engineer there. Then he came back and he is the one who is in charge of planning the Jayanagar. So that's why in the name is, and that's why in honor of that chief engineer R. Madhavan, park named after him.
So nice.
Madhavan Park.
So how do you look at the tradition of naming areas, parks, after people who have contributed to
those
the growth?
days, if you see those days, every name of the street, every name of the park or a locality has a history, has a legacy, has a pride to remember. Not like nowadays. Nowadays we keep everything A, B, C to Z. There is no history or no such thing to pride of. But those days, if you take anything, for example, I say Banappa Park, just opposite to the BWSSP main office in Kempegowda Raste, there is a park called Banappa Park. What is Banappa? Banappa is a name of a gentleman who donated that entire land to Maharaja of Mysore to do a park. In turn, he received not even a single paisa. He said, I am going to donate it to the public, Maharaja. It is not to your property. You are using this as a public property. So I am donating this land for the public. So I don't want anything in return. That's how it is called as Banappa Park. So you name anywhere, you name any street in Bangalore, those times, there is a history, there is a legacy, there is a pride moment to remember.
And also, I think there is a message that has to be remembered.
Exactly.
Like how these guys have lived, donating crores, acres of land.
Exactly.
And here we are, lawyers and all these guys. Half of the fights today is all about properties, even between their own blood.
Exactly.
So when we hear these stories, here are the same people who were part of this land, who have lived, enjoyed, and who've contributed something back to the society and vanished.
Yes, see.
But still alive through their values.
What a drastic change in just 1 or 2 generations. That is what it worries. Where we are heading now, where is our values, where is our ethics, where it all gone.
Probably.
What is our priorities? I don't know what is exactly our priorities. Is this our priorities? Is this selfishness what our parents thought or our teachers thought? They never thought this. They never taught us like this. Then how these qualities came inside this human being?
Or who is sanitizing the qualities? Like, I know what is right. And I know when to say, this is enough. Have we lost the compass, like which says, okay, this is fine. It's always never in the center, I guess. It's always like more.
Exactly.
Or maybe these are the lessons which are still now green for us to keep reminding, saying
So
that,
even this is the one. This is also one of the vital points to know. You have to know the history of the land.
so that it changes the way you think.
Yes.
It also changes the way you are looking at life.
Yes.
You know what
And it gives
should
the
be done.
direction how you have to go, how you have to lead your life, how you have to lead the rest of your life. It gives the direction.
Absolutely, sir. Thanks to you, so that through you, these stories are not dead. They're still finding life, and which can be a perspective change for people to look at life. So next comes Kormangla. Yeah, today it's a
Yeah,
prime
this
hub.
this is a good one actually. There are areas in and around Bangalore, Koramangala, Bindumangala, Nelamangala. These mangalas in Sanskrit, Mangala is a Sanskrit word. The area which takes the name as Mangala, that goes back to 10th century, wherein the kings of Hoysala kings, used to donate the lands, built one areas or small towns, only exclusively for Brahmins to do the yajna, yaga and pujas, homas, havanas.
Oh.
So that is called as Mangalas. So this is Kaumarya Mangala. It is not Kora, Kaumarya. Kaumarya means sun. Kumara, Kaumarya, Kumara means Kora. That's how it came back. So it is Kaumarya Mangala, Nela Mangala, Binna Mangala. Where you came across this word Mangala, just go back to 10th century. One or the other king of Hoysala, or even Vishnuvardhana or Vandane Someshwara, one or Ramanatha too has donated, built a small town exclusively for Brahmins to do homas and havanas.
Havan, so that the world has been taken care of.
These are called Mangalas.